Hello everyone and welcome to Story Time. I wonder if you can tell me which story I'm going to be telling you today. Yes, that's right. These are the three bears. So it must be... Now, what was the little girl called? That's right. Goldilocks and the three bears. Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived in a little cottage in the wood. There was a great big daddy bear. There was a medium-sized mummy bear. And there was a baby bear. And they all lived happily in the wood by themselves. One day, Daddy Bear said, "I'm feeling rather hungry. I think that we should make some porridge." So Mummy Bear said, "That's a good idea. That's what I'll do. I'll make us some porridge." So she made a bowl of porridge for Daddy Bear. She made a bowl of porridge for Mummy Bear. And she made a bowl of porridge for Baby Bear. But the porridge was much too hot. So Daddy Bear said, "I know what we'll do. Let's go for a walk in the forest. And when we come back, our porridge will have cooled down and then we can eat it all up. It's a lovely day. It's really nice to go out for a walk." So the three bears put on their coats and off they went out for a walk. Now, while the three bears were out for a walk, a little girl called Goldilocks was also out in the woods. She was very happily picking flowers because she loved flowers and she wanted to take some to her mummy. But her mummy had said, "Goldilocks, if you go out for a walk today, please don't go too far because I don't want you to get lost." But Goldilocks didn't always listen to her mummy. So while she was out picking flowers, she forgot what time it was and she kept walking deeper and deeper into the forest. She'd gone so far when suddenly she thought, "Ooh, I'm feeling a bit hungry and a bit tired and a bit sleepy and I could really do to have a sit down. But there's nowhere to sit out here in the woods." But just then, she saw a little cottage. "Oh," she said, "I wonder who lives in there. I'll go and find out." So Goldilocks went up to the cottage and she looked through the windows and she peeped through the door and she couldn't see anybody. So she knocked. But nobody came. She knocked again. Still nobody came. So this time Goldilocks opened the door and she went inside. Now, when Goldilocks got inside the house, she found in the kitchen on the table 3 bowls of delicious looking porridge. First she tried the big bowl, but that was too hot. Then she tried the porridge in the medium-sized bowl. That was too cold. Then she tried the porridge in Baby Bear's bowl. But that was just right. So she gobbled it all up really quickly. Thought Goldilocks. I could do to have a sit down now. My legs are tired because of all that walking. So she went into the next room and she saw 3 chairs. First, she tried to sit on the biggest chair, but the biggest chair was too hard and it hurt her bottom. Then she tried the medium-sized chair, but that chair was too soft, and she sunk into it and nearly slid on the floor. Then she tried the smallest chair, and that was just right. But oh dear, when she'd sat on it for a little while, it started to creak and it started to shake, and oh no, the chair broke. And Goldilocks had nowhere left to sit. Thought Goldilocks, what can I do now? I'm feeling a little bit sleepy. Perhaps if I go upstairs, there might be somewhere to sleep. So Goldilocks tiptoed up the stairs, having a little look round just in case there was somebody there. Goldilocks went into the bedrooms. First, she tried to get on the big bed. Oh, but that was too hard and very uncomfortable. She didn't like that one at all. Then she tried the medium-sized bed. But just like the chair, that was rather soft and not very comfortable at all, and she slid off onto the floor. That was no good either. Then she found the little bed. And that was just right. So she climbed inside. She went to sleep. Now, we know that this was the house of the three bears. And we know that the three bears were out on a walk. And we know that they're going to come home soon. And that's what's going to happen now. The three bears had been out on their walk, and they were now feeling really, really hungry. Here they are. Here's Daddy Bear with a rumbly tummy. Here's Mummy Bear with a rumbly tummy. And here's Baby Bear with a rumbly tummy as well. They came into their house. They saw on the table their 3 bowls of porridge. Daddy Bear said, "Who's been eating my porridge?" And Mummy Bear said, "And who's been eating my porridge?" in a Mummy Bear voice. And Baby Bear said, "And who's been eating my porridge?" and eaten it all up. "Don't worry," said Mummy Bear. "I'll make you some more." Then they went into the dining room. And what they saw in there really shocked them. There were their chairs. "Who's been sitting on my chair?" said Daddy Bear in his Daddy Bear voice. "And who's been sitting in my chair?" said Mummy Bear in the Mummy Bear voice. "And who's been sitting in my chair and broken it all up?" "Wipe your tears, Baby Bear." "I'll make you a new chair," said Daddy Bear, because Daddy Bear was very good at making things. Now, the 3 bears were beginning to think, I think that somebody's been in our house, and where are they? "We'll go upstairs," said the 3 bears. So that's what they did. They went upstairs. When they got upstairs, they went into the bedroom. Daddy Bear said. Who's been sleeping in my bed? In his Daddy Bear voice. And Mummy Bear said, and who's been sleeping in my bed? She was getting cross now. And Baby Bear said, who's been sleeping in my bed? And look, she's still here. There's Goldilocks, fast asleep in bed. Goldilocks heard the three bears, she heard the noise, and she jumped out of bed and she went, oh my goodness, bears! And she ran down the stairs and she ran as fast as she could, far, far away from the three bears' house. And the three bears never saw Goldilocks ever again. The